And now, WFXR presents Hardee's Friday Night Blitz, powered by Hardee's and by Aquarius Pools and Outdoor Living.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jermaine Ferrell, hoping your day is wonderful and blessed. Time now for week 3 of the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. We have highlights from 13 games. We kick things off over Highlanders Stadium in Roanoke County, where the Glenvar Highlanders at 2-0, hosting the winless Case Ring Knights. Glenvar, they've outscored their first 2 opponents by the score of 126-0. It is homecoming for the Glenvar Highlanders. The fans and alumni are excited about the homecoming action. And yeah, there's some of my buddies over there by the fence. So I had to show them because they wanted to. Anyway, how about Glenvar? Brody Doyot doing what he does. Finding a hole, finding a spot, that's a touchdown. 7-0 Highlanders. And then Brody Doyot going to the air, grabs the snap. He's going to find Jace Forster in the scrum, and then Mr. Forster is going to run, make a cut, make a spin. He gets down to the 2. Next play, Brody Doyot takes it in from 2 yards out, and the Glenvar Highlanders, they go to 3-0 with a 49-3 win over K Spring. They've yet to give up a touchdown. Well, for the second straight week, the 2-0 Northside Vikings are at Bogle going for the sweep over the Bogle Tenants, taking on Hidden Valley. Vikings up 28-0 at recess. And Northside's Darian King. Crown him right now. He's going to run to the side, make some moves. Number 3 in the program, but number 1 in your heart. He's going to take it a long way, takes it down inside the 10. Next play, how about Isaiah Logan takes it in from 8 yards out. The Vikings are up 35-0. But in Hidden Valley, trying to get something going on offense. They do get the completion here, but that Northside defense, another King. It's Ryan's Deshaun King. Strips it out. He's going to go the other way. Takes it to a house call. That's a touchdown, 42-0. And Northside gets the win as they win 59-0 over Hidden Valley. Meanwhile, let's go to the scores. Staten River winning over Liberty 41-20. It is Amherst County over Mecklenburg 19-0. Jefferson Forest 3-0 with a 42-7 win over Mount Airy, North Carolina. Rustburg, they're also 3-0. 41-13 win over Rustburg. And Allegheny, they go across the mountain to West Virginia, and they're 2-0 with a 36-26 win over Greenbrier, East West Virginia. We're off next to Christiansburg, where the Blue Demons, looking for their first win on the season, taking on the undefeated William Byrd Terriers. Earlier in the first quarter, how about James Toller takes it from midfield, and he is just going to move. And there he is. We found him, got it to the house. That's a touchdown, 7-0 Terriers. But then in the second quarter, the Christiansburg offense would get a struggle here, as you're going to see Jeremiah Barnes. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to send the ball. The ball's going to be tipped, and it's picked off by Davion Wade. But Andrew Reynolds with the interception gets William Byrd in the scoring position. Few plays later, James Toller with his second touchdown of the night, making it 17-0 Terriers. And then 1 quarter later, James Toller, guess what he's going to do? He's going to go for the hat trick. He's going to get his 3rd score of the night right here. It takes the rock. And I tell you what, Toller is the man, 100 grand. That's a hat trick there. William Byrd, they're up 31-0 at this point. They go to 3-0 on the season with a 38-0 win over Christiansburg. Let's go to some more scores here. We see that Stanton River knocked off Rockbridge 14-7. Carroll County win big over Galax 71-0. And it's Chatham with a 26-19 win over Smith Mountain Lake Christian Academy. Coming up on the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz with your action, Ryan Moye joins us with highlights from the Cliff as Salem visits William Fleming. Stick and stay, please.
Now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Band of the Week.
Captain 52, 56, 16. Captain 15,
And now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz is back.
My man, Ryan Moye, the weekend sports anchor around these parts. He's here.
Sir.
And he didn't have to go too far. He went right around the corner from the station. A good matchup from the Cliff.
Oh, no, that is right, Jermaine. Well, Salem and William Fleming meeting up tonight at Miller Field and Stewart Track. Last year, Fleming ended a 14-game losing streak to Salem, winning at Salem Stadium 25-7. Spartans, though, enter the game 0-2 for the first time since 19 97. I think I was like 13. The Colonels are coming off of a 49-0 win.
You were a youngin'.
Kind of. All right, well, Colonels playing host to the Spartans. Fleming out in front, 14-7. We pick things up in the second quarter. 4th and long. Colonels, Jasir Preston. Well, he airs it out to Dwayne Roberts in the end zone. It's 21-7 Fleming.
Nice.
Third quarter. I know, right? Third quarter, though. Fleming ball. It's going to be Kamari Steelman.
Kai Steelman.
Look at
Zy
that.
Steelman.
Look at that.
It's Zy Steelman.
It's Zy Steelman.
That's his government name, but he goes by Zy.
Yeah, that is his government name. They'll miss the extra point, though. Fleming, though, wins this one 34-13. Salem is now 0-3 for the first time since 94. I think I was 11.
Wow.
There you go. Well,
It gets younger.
I know. Well, over in Daleville, Lord Botetourt Cavaliers and Altavista Colonels meeting for the first time ever, but a special moment before the contest. Cavaliers senior quarterback Angel Rigney awarded the Kip Nininger Scholarship. What makes this even more touching is that Rigney was best friends with Kip, both families meeting on the 50-yard line. As always, a great way to keep his memory alive. For Rigney, Kip will always be his boy. Well, to the game. First quarter, Colonel's trying to get something going through the air, though, but it's picked off. That's Christopher Patrick. Look at that. That's a turnover on downs. Where's turnover chain, Coach Harless? LB in control now. A few plays later, Quentin Jones behind center.
That's my grandma's chain.
Hey, look at that. He takes it all the way to the house. That's 34 yards for the TD. Lord Botetourt with the early 7-0 lead. Botetourt, though, back in the driver's seat. And guess who's driving, Jermaine? It's
QJ.
Quentin Jones. It's
Hey,
Quentin Jones.
Q! Hey, Q!
Once again, goes into overdrive on the outside for the score. Cavs, look at this. They win this one 49-21. They're now, what, is that 3-0 on the season?
It looked like 2-0 with the numbers there, but they're really 3-0.
I know, right? I know, right? Well, but shout out to Angel Rigney. I know we did a story with him a few years ago about the impact Kip has had on his life and the fact that he does have a really amazing tattoo of his late best friend. Pretty cool, Jermaine.
Yeah, if you go back to our website, you can check out that story. So thanks again, Ryan. You'll be joining me over here in a second, but let's get some scores out there to you. And we see that Grayson County, they win 45-3 over Tazewell. Meanwhile, Virginia High getting a win 40-10 over George Wythe. It is Lebanon and Marion putting on some points there, 53-22. And it was Buckingham County getting a 55-0 win over William Campbell. Well, Ryan over at Buchanan, depending on how you would say it tonight. James River Knights owning up the home portion of their schedule as they're playing an undefeated Parry McCluer team. The Fighting Blues, as they're trying to go 3-0 for the first time since 2014.
Oh, my goodness. Well, yeah, Jermaine, the Knights, under the guidance of former Parry McCluer head coach Jack Baker. Baker was the head coach of the Fighting Blues for one season in 2021 where they went, is that 9-4?
That's right.
Oh, my goodness.
Spot in the regional finals.
Hey, but they lost in the Region 1C finals. But it's okay.
That's okay. Speaking of okay.
Of course.
How about this? I'll take the highlights.
You got
That's
it.
okay.
I know you got it. You
I know
got
we're a
it.
team,
Boom.
but
That's my fault.
I'm like Jordan. I'm going to take the rock. But anyway, the most popular person out at James River tonight, the hot dog guy, the grill guy. Yum, yum. He was cooking early, so was the home team. The Knights took an early lead on this 37-yard run by Ryan's man there, that senior Gavin Benz. He had reservations for 6 in the end zone, 7-8-7 that night. Then James River wanted to add back, but Parry McCluer, that is Xavion Dunn. He had other ideas. He's going to pick this ball off, and James River freshman QB Hammond circles around before going down. Then that set up this big play. How about Timmy Glass finds Parker Snyder short over the middle. They're not going to catch him. He turns on the afterburner, 63 yards for the score. We're tied at 7 at the half. But in the end, final score, I believe it was Parry McCluer getting that win in the ball game. So Parry McCluer, they do get the victory over James River, and we'll have that updated score in just a moment.
All right, well, let's check this one out. Like down in Floyd, though, Blacksburg Bruins trying to go 3-0 for the first time since 2018, taking on the Buffaloes there.
It was homecoming there, by the way.
I know, pretty cool. After their bye week, Floyd County beat Blacksburg for the first time last year, but 3-0 Floyd. Look at that. It's going to be Sam Phillips with the rushing touchdown. Buffalo's up 10-0, but into the second quarter, Blacksburg running back Luke Mann. There goes that man. Able to find the end zone to make it 10-7. The end of the half. Floyd County, though, well, they pulled this one out, getting the victory winning 32-20.
Second straight
over
win
at
overall
Blacksburg.
over
Oh my
Blacksburg. How about that?
goodness. Okay.
Meanwhile, over at City Stadium in Lynchburg, the Heritage Pioneers hosting the Appomattox Raiders. It was 28-0 Heritage right before the half. Appomattox looking to get the ball off, but Heritage, their defense was strong tonight. They get the big sack on the play right there, but then Heritage QB, how about Aiden Slash, decides to keep it going, gets a big run. As Heritage, they were rocking and rolling in this ball game. It's Slash. He is Slash. He gets it in. Anyway, Heritage goes on, and they get the win tonight over Appomattox in the contest. Meanwhile, 7 miles west, Ryan, take it away.
All right, to Stinger Stadium, where a pair of 1-on-1 teams meet in the Brookville Bees, hosting Halifax County. Grant. Not a TD, though. We picked this up in the third quarter, 35-0 Brookville.
Very subtle.
Look at that. The QB keeper from Lincoln McDaniel. That sets up the Bees with a deep run. That now sets up the short rushing TD, Lincoln McDaniel. Look at that. He's just going to take it right on in.
Whoa.
Whoa, goodness
Yeah, that's
gracious.
what you call running over.
Goodness.
That's what you call trucking somebody.
I felt that all the way over here. But check this one out. Brookville quarterback Lincoln McDaniel, he passes it to Dylan Rowlett. He takes it deep down the field for getting knocked out of bounds. Is he about to, is that?
Yep,
my
he's
goodness.
out of bounds.
Oh, there he is right there. Well,
There you go.
check this out. Brookville handoff to Javon Winstead. Well, he takes it up the middle for a Brookville rushing touchdown. Oh, look at that one. That makes it 49-0 Brookville.
Good deal. And real quick, we come back on camera. A quick correction, it was James River winning over Parry McCluer. Just want to update that. But yeah, 49-0. We see Brookville with the win right then and there. I'll see you later, buddy.
All right, I'm out.
Anyone coming up next on the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz with your Week 3 action. We go down south at 220 to Rocky Mount tonight, where Miriam Chamberlain has our game of the week between a pair of unbeatens and the Patrick Henry Patriots and the Franklin County Eagles. More Blitz coming up on the other side.
And now, WFXR Sports presents Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week.
Well, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week takes us to Rocky Mount for a battle of unbeatens. The Patrick Henry Patriots at 2-0, taking on the 2-0 Franklin County Eagles. This is the first time the teams have met since 2014. PH hasn't given up an offensive TD all season for Franklin County. This is their home opener. Eagles and Patriot fans gathered with veterans being honored tonight at our Game of the Week. It was Veterans Appreciation Night. Both teams wanted to go 3-0 record, but only one walk-away victorious. Eagles gained the possession off the opening kickoff. Winston Davenport goes long, finds a wide-open Daniel Ramsey in the end zone. That's a touchdown. Franklin County on the board, 7-0. Nearing the end of the first, Davenport with the pass, but it is Haterade interception. Fred Callaway for the Patriots gets it done. To the second quarter, how about Jake Painter finds Cam Hairston-Taylor on the left side. He's going to do the rest. We're going to see a lot more of him later. He takes it to stiff arm with a touchdown. Patriots go for 2. They lead 8-7. How about another one from Hairston, this time in the same quarter. Painter finds him in the middle, walking it with ease. PH up 15-7. PH back with the rock, and it's Patriots Darmarion Purdue way up the middle from 2 yards out. Another 6 points added there. Patriots up 22-7 at the half. PH goes to 3-0 on the season with a 36-14 win over Franklin County. Miriam Chamberlain has more in the game from Rocky Mount.
Both teams were hungry to keep that winning streak alive, but it was Patrick Henry's defense who helped lead the Patriots to a 36-14 win over Franklin County, and now a 3-0 perfect record.
It's a relief, man. We're definitely going to party on the bus for sure.
The game looked like it was in Franklin County's favor, but after a late first quarter interception, the contest was all Patriots.
Yeah, we had a super slow start, but all we got to do is just flip that switch one time. When we get going, we're going. We're doing a very good job facing adversity, so even when we do make mistakes, we're picking each other up so we can go out back on the field and make big plays.
You know, once they get going, you know, they got a lot of energy. They've been great about handling the adversity of early the last 2 weeks, and you know, I give them a lot of credit for that, and you know, we just ended up making plays.
But it wasn't as clean and pretty as the team hoped for. Quite a bit of flags left on the field. Head coach Alan Fiddler saying it's hard to be a perfect team.
Something we've always got to work on, and you know, as coaches, we're going to watch the film, see what we need to correct, and you're never as good as you think you are, and you're never as bad as you think you are. So, you know, we got to get on that film and make changes and get better. We got to get better every week.
An aggressively competitive game this was, but in the end, Patrick Henry coming out on top. And after 3 straight road games, they will head home and face William Fleming next week. Here at Cy Dillon Stadium, I'm Miriam Chamberlain, WFXR Sports. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Miriam. Great work as always. Meanwhile, Giles with a 52-6 win over Grundy. Bland County getting the 42-28 win for Twin Valley. Meanwhile, over at Christopher Stadium in Danville, Christopher Stadium in Danville, it was the 103rd meeting between EC Glass, the Hilltoppers, and the George Washington Eagles. Now, GW beat Glass twice last year, once in the regular season and then in the first round of the playoffs. These longtime rivals enter this matchup 1-1, so this is a key Region 4D game. So let's go down to Danville. A nice scene, a nice night for football. GW already with a 7-0 lead, and they would add to it. How about Cameron Stevens? School record 49-yard field goal. You talk about booming one he did there, 10-0 GW. Then the defense here with the hit here for GW. Boom, right there on the return. But then Glass says, that's okay, we don't mind the hit, but we'll have Aubrey Coles take one to the house. That's a touchdown. The lead was cut to 10-7, but GW wins over Glass tonight, 17-13. Meanwhile, next set of highlights takes us to Chatham, where Hargrave Military hosting Virginia Episcopal. VES back playing 11-man football this season. Hargrave's Wyatt Gardner for a great tackle, a good run there coming up by Virginia Episcopal as they get the ball. They run pretty hard. But then, breaking 3. That's how you do. We couldn't have a roster. But anyway, VES would get the turnover bug here, and then Hargraves Royce Nash will recover, but VES, they go on to get the win over Hargrave 14-6. Finally tonight on the highlight reel, we are in Narrows in Ragsdale Field for the Green Wave hosting Chilhowie Indians. Chilhowie on the 4-yard line, and it's going to be Bryce Robinson going to hand off to Gunnar Milholm, who goes home, bustles his way in for the score, 7-0 Chilhowie. Later in the quarter, Chilhowie on a 2nd and 1 at the 8-yard line. Robinson is going to do some aerobatic stuff. Goes to the air, hooks up with Gavin Walker. He makes it 14-0 before the end of the half. Chilhowie, they're 3-0 in the season with a 27-0 win over Narrows.
And now, WFXR presents Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week.
Well, this week's athlete is the definition of what it means to be dynamic. Not only did he have over 140 yards, but he also scored 2 touchdowns as well in his team's 13-10 win over EC Glass last Friday. And guess what? He's your player of the week.
Cameron Hairston Taylor, wide receiver and corner, Patrick Henry High School. I was really heartbroken that they beat us last year, so that's all I've been thinking about when we was prepping. That's all I was thinking about was just beating Glass. So props to the coaches coaching us up really well. We listen, we're very disciplined. We listen to the coaches, so I feel like that carries on into the game, and that's why we were able to face adversity. On the first play, I really wasn't expecting to tip the ball and score. I was really just hoping to catch the ball in stride, but I tipped the ball and I scored, fortunately. And the second play I scored, I couldn't have done it without my blocker, so hats off to my blockers. Those are my guys, man. We wouldn't be able to do nothing without the blockers. The line, we wouldn't be able to do nothing without the line. Well, without chemistry, we're not a team. We are a family, so we gotta play together. One man can't win the game, so we are 11 hats on the ball.
What does it mean to you when you put that PH jersey on?
I'm repping my city, man. It's the city school, man. Got to put the city on my back, you know? I think we have a great chance at going to the States on how our defense is playing and how our offense is playing. So all around, not even just me, I feel like we're all just, as a team, having a good time, having fun on the field. We did a good job at being mentally tough and physically tough at the same time.
And now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Aquarius Pools Splash Play of the Week, sponsored by Aquarius Pools and Outdoor Living.
All right, folks, our play of the night was a big splash. Deshaun King of Northside. Look at this defense, Ryan. Strips the ball out, and he's going to go the other way. He's not going to be caught. He had a reservation for 6 in end zone. Deshaun King getting the defensive play and the splashy play of the week. Meanwhile, real quick, College football games, William & Mary taking on Virginia. It's Roanoke against Greensboro, Washington Lee at Wittenberg, Shaw at Ferrum, and University of Virginia Lynchburg with a game there. And then VMI taking on Bucknell. And then you have Liberty at Bowling Green, Southern Virginia Averett, Old Dominion at Virginia Tech. Here's the WFXR Fox schedule, Saturday at noon, Oregon at Northwestern, and then Oregon State at Texas Tech, Major League Baseball at 8, St. Louis and Milwaukee, and then the Sunday doubleheader. That should be the Giants taking on the Cowboys, and it's Philadelphia at Kansas State. And then on the CW, a ranked matchup at 4 as Miami, the U, number 5, hosting South Florida. So Ryan, big time stuff tonight. A lot of big matchups.
I know. I got to give it up to my man over at Northside. That was pretty impressive.
Good stuff. Well, anyway, if you missed any of the show, we have it for you momentarily. Thanks for watching the show. Jermaine, Ferrell, Ryan Moye, Miriam Chamberlain, for the entire crew. Hope all your teams are winners. Have a wonderful, blessed night and weekend, everybody.